It's curious. After all the wonders and monstrosities we've witnessed, waking beside you seems more unreal than any of it. I've forgotten what it felt like to greet a sunrise without fear of it being my last. Soon I'll deliver the crown to Mistra and be rid of the orb at long last. I'll be free. Oh, him! Huh. I've been thinking a lot about that. Gale of Waterdeep. Sounds a bit pompous, don't you think? I thought I might take this opportunity to reinvent myself. Or uninvent myself, to be more accurate. You're now in the company of plain old Gale Dicarius, a most brilliant wizard of intentionally limited renown. At your service. Now, I believe this is the moment where I should get to my point, so to speak. I love you. More than I've ever loved anyone, mortal or immortal. And you've proven your love for me in more ways than even the greatest mathematicians would dare to count. That being said, I wondered if you might consider accompanying me back to Waterdeep as a new member of the Dicarius clan. I suppose I am. Tara would be delighted, not to mention my mother. But I'd be just as happy without such ceremony. So long as we're together. You will? Oh, thank goodness for that. We'll need to make the arrangements, of course. The Dicarius clan is scattered far and wide, and you'll have invites of your own to send out, I'm sure. But that's all to come. The day is young, and there are thousands more days ahead of us. We have all the time in the world for that. But first, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. I've decided to drop this whole Gale of Waterdeep business. It's a bit pompous, don't you think? I do feel like a new man. I was going to speak to you about that, as a matter of fact. Then I go where you go. Waterdeep wouldn't be home without you anyway. Can't blame a fellow for trying. If you're contented as we are, then so am I. That does lead me to a more pressing matter. Exactly how large is your library? I see. Well, I've no desire to stand in the way of the future you've chosen. For our love ends here. It was no less perfect for its brevity. I will remember it. And you. Always. It's strange. But somehow I woke up this morning and realized the orb feels different. No clamor, no desperation, no hunger. I hesitate to say it, but I think it's satisfied. I'll need to keep a careful study of it, make sure it's not suddenly destabilized by proximity to a rogue pair of neathery sandals or what have you. But I think it's dormant. That's one worry I can leave behind me at least. It could be. Or perhaps the orb's hunger was fueled by my own, and my contentment influences it in much the same way. That's how I feel with you. Content. It's a rather unfamiliar feeling, I must say. Not something Gale of Waterdeep ever craved. I think we'll have plenty of time to do just that. Not a morning person, I take it. I can scratch that from the list of wonderfully ordinary things I've still to learn about you. I'm not normally one to rise with the birds myself, but something disturbed my sleep. Oh, hells, I'm sorry. Barely awake a moment, and I've already put my foot in it.
Both of us have been blessed with a new dawn. You should feel no shame at the nature of yours. And mine.
Quite. Though on the subject of our future plans, there was something I wanted to discuss with you. Not the matter, but there is a matter I wanted to speak to you about.
Whatever for? I rather like this new you. In fact, your tentacular transformation has inspired me to make a little change of my own. Your present condition is that you're the one I love. And your current form is merely a reflection of the depths of your sacrifice. It only makes me love you more. There will be some practicalities to iron out, the guest list, the venue, and we will need to find a very open-minded cleric. I promise we'll make it work. If you'll have me.
You will? Oh, thank goodness for that.
We'll need time to make the arrangements, of course. The catering alone will need to be quite extraordinary.
But that's all to come. The day is young, and there are thousands more days ahead of us.